so don't try to talk us out of it. Friday was 3 days away, and it seemed she was making her pilgrimage for the most traditional of reasons, the hope of a cure. My neighbor nudged me. The facilitator was looking right at me and my phone. It's not enough to talk the talk. I stood up and headed to the door. Everything okay, Zoe? The facilitator asked. I'm walking the walk. I read the rest of Gilbert's email in the street. Most of it was practical stuff. How far can one travel in a day? Is there air conditioning in the hostels? What did women wear in the evenings? I'd heard of people doing the pilgrim trails in wheelchairs, following the cycling routes. I pictured Camille, stereotypically French in stiletto heels, being pushed by Gilbert along a dirty highway, trucks bearing down on her. A thought struck me. Maybe I could get a hold of the cart that Martin had pulled from Cluny to Santiago. It had been redesigned as an all-terrain gurney for the army. Camille could travel on the walking tracks and avoid the traffic. I hadn't reached out to Martin for 3 years. He'd taken my decision to stay in San Francisco and follow my dream of being an artist as a rejection, which I guess it was. I told myself it was just a vacation fling. It had been harder to let go of than I'd thought it would be, but the Camino isn't life. Camille and I had only seen each other once in 28 years. That single day at her home in Cluny had been enough to send me escaping in the direction of Spain. We were different, emotionally and spiritually, and at college she'd driven me nuts. Until she came to me for help. Since then, despite sometimes going a year without hearing from her, despite not being able to remember the names of her partners, there had been something unbreakable between us. Something I didn't have with anyone else. I didn't need meditation or divine guidance to tell me what I knew already. I had to be with Camille on this journey too. Even before I got home, I'd called the travel editor at the Chronicle about doing a series of cartoons and stories from the Assisi Trail and gotten a maybe. A friend at the refugee organization knew someone looking for a short-term rental. The universe was playing ball. The time was right, too. My political cartoons were making it into print less often. I didn't like the people I was drawing, and I guess it showed. Anything I tried to do for one of my daughters made trouble with the other, and I was over the volunteering. That left Martin. I forwarded him Gilbert's email, told him that I would be walking to Rome with Camille, and I knew it was a stretch, but if he wanted to bring his cart... Then I hit the internet to find a cheap ticket to France. Martin got back to me while I was checking out deals. Couldn't realistically consider a walk of that length on virtually no notice. Committed to time with Sarah, his daughter. I could hear his voice in my head, distant in every way. And the subtext, 2 days' notice. You set me up to let you down. But the reason was the same as it was 3 years ago. Sarah must still be messed up. Regular college kids didn't need their parents around. There was another option for the cart. I was friends on Facebook with Bernhard, the kid who'd helped in the design and was marketing it to the German Marines, or something like that. I messaged him, and he was back to me right away. I will deliver a cart personally. Please send the address. No, looking forward to seeing you again, but Bernhard wasn't that kind of guy. The cheapest flight was with KLM. If I left tomorrow, I could have a stopover at the Stedelijk Museum in Amsterdam, a collection of modern art I'd always wanted to see. That gave me 12 hours to get my stuff together. I spent 2 of them finding a gift for Camille, and 1 at the gear store. There I knew exactly what I wanted. Technical, lightweight, quick-dry. 2 t-shirts, 2 thermal tops, a fleece, a waterproof jacket, walking pants with zip-off legs. The lightest hiking shoes. Forget about ankle support. 3 pairs of socks.